Hi, welcome to Wonder Hunting. I had a strange experience recently, so I figured if I spoke about it, it might become less strange and people might give me more information on what exactly is happening and will clear up a few of my questions. Well, I'll go ahead and explain to you what happened. I went to a party, a little like after work. I went with a friend. She was new to the city, so I took it upon myself to introduce her to as many people as possible so that she'd feel more comfortable and she'd be able to talk to people and so she'd feel just more comfortable in general. So we arrived at the party, and as I stepped in, I noticed someone um, across the room. It was a very beautiful girl, but I had never seen her before, but somehow something felt different about her. But anyways, so I continued and introduced myself to some new people and said hi to the people I knew, introduced her to the people that I knew and people that I didn't know. When I got to introducing myself to her, she was very welcoming and inviting, and especially to my friend also, she was very welcoming and inviting, and it seemed very natural, and her presence, there was something weird about her presence. I felt as if I knew her somehow, as if we had a connection or something. I don't know. And it wasn't as if, sure, she was attractive, but it wasn't as if I felt a sexual connection or, I wanted to date her or something. It was just, I felt as if I knew her, as if I recognized her. Anyways, I continued my way around the room and introducing myself to people, introducing my friend to people. But she stayed in my head, and she kept coming back to me all the time and just asking questions and stuff. So after a while, we sat down together and just spoke a bit. And she asked me a few questions, and I answered. And the questions weren't even about me, myself. It was more about general life questions. And anyways, so we exchanged our social network names and our phone numbers and stuff. And eventually my friend was tired, so we left. And I said that, keep in touch. And next time you're around, give me a call. So a day later, I mean, I didn't sleep that well because something felt familiar. So I said, I must have met her before. So I sent her a message saying, did we meet before? Maybe a year ago, 2 years ago? I have no idea. I mean, it seems so familiar. And she replied back and said, no, we never met. So I said, okay, well, anyway, I really enjoyed my conversation with you, and we should, next time you're nearby, we should, go for a coffee or something. And she said, yeah, that'd be great. And a week passed, and then she came back. I found out that she didn't live in the area. She was from out of town. She lived around about 2 hours away from my city. So I went back again with my friend to another event, and so she was more comfortable. She knew people. It was nice. And there she was again, and she said she would be there too. And so I said, now there's something really weird. I mean, I felt so familiar, and everything was just a great connection. And it wasn't like love at first sight or an infatuation. It was just like if I knew who she was, and she was very familiar with me and to me. So anyway, we didn't speak much that night because I just didn't feel comfortable. And then she she left, I left, and we just spoke a few times by text messages and by phone. And then she left for vacation. She was cycling around on an island. And while she was over there, she gave me a call just to talk about the stars and where she was, how beautiful it was. And it was strange because there was nothing really, we didn't seem like we were kind of courting or anything. And it was just that we were comfortable speaking to each other. And then we said, well, in a few weeks we got to spend some time together just to talk. So then went to the spa. We decided we'll go to the spa because she needed a massage after all our cycling. So I suggested, might as well go, both of us go get a massage and enjoy ourselves and relax, and then we could spend some time talking. So we did, and it was an amazing, amazing night, amazing day and night. I mean, we talked, and everything was natural, and it felt good. And then she told me something. She told me that when she arrived at the party, she felt as if um, she had some questions, and she felt as if she would meet the person that would answer those questions. And then when I walked in, she knew it was me, and that she asked me these questions. And she said it wasn't the answers that she expected, but she still got answers to her questions. She never told me what those questions were, what answers she was looking for. But still, I mean, it was strange that she felt also a connection with me as I felt a connection with her. And she felt very comfortable and familiar. And so we just stayed and said, that's strange. And she said, well, it's not that strange. It happens. People sometimes meet and have a certain connection. But I've never been very into energies and stuff like that. So she was a little more into it. And but so I always found it weird. So I never explored it that much. But that's why I'm exploring it now. And then she left, and I stayed with this feeling where this was an amazing experience, and why is this person in my life? And all these questions of my existence, and who am I, and who is she, and what does she mean to me? And so I started researching a bit on the internet on, instant connections and, energies and what, because one of the feelings I felt was that I felt like I was, you know, when you, when you leave for a long while and you come back home and, you had a great time on your trip, but when you come back home, you just are glad to be home. That feeling that you're back home and with your own furniture, taking a shower in your own shower and stuff. And it's that feeling I felt when I was close to her. I felt as if I was back home, as if that's where I was supposed to be. That's where I live. And so I was reading about it and researching, and I heard one thing kept coming back about twin flames, and I didn't really know what it was, and then I found out that it has to do with some deep ancient connection the two people have, and that they meet eventually, and there's an instant connection and an instant recollection, and it's supposed to be hard. And anyway, there's so much And I'm still wondering now if we might be living that connection. I haven't spoken to her about it yet, and often they say not to because the person is supposed to gradually, discover it on their own. Maybe she already knows. I don't know, but I hope some people who all have been through this, who are living through this, could comment and get back to me on it because I'm really curious, and I'll try and share my journey with this. I mean, there's a little more to the story. I mean, we've been keeping in touch, and it's been a few months now, about 2 or 3 months. So yeah, I'll keep you guys in the loop. So please get back to me and try and follow my podcast or me on YouTube, and just I'll share it as I live through it. Thank you very much.